Good afternoon, I am Precious Mzeya Sakaleji. Welcome to Camnet TV Media News. The headlines. Catholic Church worried with signs of diminishing peace in Zambia. Court orders that a sexual case involving a Lusaka lawyer be heard in open court as complainant seeks no media presence. Details coming through after this commercial. Join Pastor Victoria and Moses Chilua, the Healing Word Ministries International.
Starting on the 3rd to 6th December 2020.
Dr. Francis Miles from the USA returns to Zambia for a conference on issuing restraining orders.
Because you see, God responds to your revelation. So if you approach God as the healer, He heals you. If you approach Him as your shepherd, He will touch your soul. But if you approach Him judicially, He will show you He's the cause.
Venue: the Healing Word Ministries International in Ibex Hill. Time:
17 hours to 19 hours from Thursday to Saturday.
And on Sunday from 09 hours to 11 hours. For more details, call +260 962 965 883. You do not want to miss this conference this time. And other media news in detail. Both the Zambian government and the ruling Patriotic Front PF party has expressed worry at the slow pace at which the national voter registration exercise is being conducted. Acting Minister of Information and Broadcasting Services and Chief Government Spokesperson Joyce Nondesimukoko is further concerned that despite government putting in place modalities to ensure the smooth flow of the process, it is still proving to be a challenge. In a statement to Camnet News, the minister has urged the ECZ to resolve the challenges and ensure that no one is disfranchised from voting. Meanwhile, the ruling Patriotic Front PF has joined opposition political parties and other players in castigating the electoral body over the prevailing hiccups in the ongoing registration process. Patrick Soko has more in the following report.
The national voter registration exercise has entered day 3 with continuous challenges. The major challenges in some registration stations include the aspect of opening centers late, especially the fact that the process is taking long to complete. As leaders of various political parties participate in the process, they are now appreciating the many issues people have been raising over the exercise. Patriots for Economic Progress leader Sean Tembo is not in place at the snail's pace at which the process is being undertaken. He has since implored the Electoral Commission of Zambia to address all issues raised by different stakeholders if the commission is to meet its targeted number of registered voters.
The turnout is very good. People queue up as early as 06 in the morning at various registration points. However, we do feel that there are certain areas that ECZ can improve on, and one of these areas is to allow the online voter pre-registration process to continue so that most of the voters can capture their details in advance to reduce the time that is spent in the actual registration process. The online voter pre-registration can run hand on hand with the actual registration process. And we are also disappointed with the actions of certain individuals who are intent on disparaging the Electoral Commission of Zambia for no apparent reason. If there are areas that require to be improved upon, I think we need to tackle those areas in a sober manner than calling the ECZ and its officials all sorts of names.
In the meantime, Movement for Democratic Change leader Felix Mutati notes that the fact that citizens have turned up in numbers is a positive gesture, but that the electoral body needs to make sure that it enhances personnel manning the voter registration centers.
However slow the system is, they are going to be frustrated. Yes, the system is slow. People have been waiting for hours. I've been around for at least a couple of hours. But I think it's that absolute determination. So my call is to ECZ. That one is taking longer than it should be necessary. They need to up the game. They really need to up the game. And the only thing that they need to do is increase the number of human, the personnel. So that instead of having one station here at the polling station, if there could be 2 or 3, and the supporting infrastructure. I was sitting next to a lady who was here yesterday. The whole day she was not able to register, but she came back today, and for me that is clear determination. So the core is that if we're going to reach the 9 million estimated voters, we need more hands.
For as long as the ECZ does not quickly attend to these issues, such complaints will continue. Patrick Soko, Camnet News in Lusaka.
In other news, government has responded to the erratic water supply caused by the drying up of Chibila Reservoir Dam in Mumbwa district of Central Province. Speaking when he toured the dam to ascertain the extent of the dam's position, Water Development, Sanitation and Environmental Protection Minister Jonas Chanda has observed that the dam has dried due to human activities around the stream that gives water to the dam. Meanwhile, Dr. Chanda has announced that government has released 3 million kwacha for the improvement of water supply in Mumbwa district. And Mumbwa District Commissioner Pamela Chipongwe says her office will work with the Lukanga Water and Sanitation Company to ensure that the resources are put to good use. The call by Mumbwa residents and area member of parliament over the drying up of Chabila Dam has started yielding results. The dam, which services more than 2,000 residents with safe drinking water, has dried up apparently due to human activities. The government, through the Ministry of Water Development, Sanitation and Environmental Protection, has lobbied for funds amounting to 3 million kwacha, which will go towards rectifying the water system. Minister in charge Jonas Chanda disclosed this when he visited the dam on Wednesday morning to appreciate the situation. Dr. Chanda explains that out of the 3 million, 2.4 million kwacha is for rehabilitation of the sealed Chabila Dam, while 600,000 kwacha will go towards the drilling of commercial boreholes in the district.
To be treated as an emergency. So government, through His Excellency President Edgar Lungu, has provided 3 million kwacha to make sure that these works are done. So the 2.4 million kwacha will be for this dam, the rehabilitation of the hole, the dam hole, the embankment, and then digging up all these, excavation, the dredgers, because we want water. And thank God that I can see signs of rain here, so if we can deepen this, then it rains, we should be able to have water. Then the emergency bores, the commercial bores, the other 600,000 has to go there. So what we want to hear, so tomorrow, like I said, by the end of today actually, we need an implementation plan, the timelines, when will this happen, because people here cannot wait, yeah. And like I said, because when a whole town of 3,000 plus people doesn't have clean and safe water, basically they are all prone to diseases, typhoid, cholera, dysentery, so we don't want a cholera outbreak here.
Meanwhile, Dr. Chanda has directed the Water Resources Management Authority WAMA to be on the ground and provide a comprehensive report on illegal water obstruction on Chabila stream, which has led to the drying up of Chabila Dam.
Act of 2011 is very clear. One, how far a garden should be or human activity should be from a water body, 50 meters. But if I look here, the gardens are reaching up to the very end. So already the WAMA Act has been violated. So in short, I'm telling WAMA to enforce their own act, which is the law. So this is a country of laws, not of people, not of men. So they have to enforce the law. Any garden which is 50 meters and less, it has to be removed. Then number two, this is obstructing water, because to obstruct water you have to follow the law. It's WAMA which gives the water permit. So what WAMA needs to do, like I said, they need to come here. I doubt, although I don't want to be the devil's advocate, but I doubt that any normal thinking person can give a water permit from a stream to obstruct from a stream. We don't give permits for streams, otherwise the streams will die. That is why we obstruct water from bigger water bodies, whether it's a huge dam or a lake or a big river, but not a stream like this.
Meanwhile, Lukanga Water and Sanitation Company Managing Director Yoram Sinyangwe said the water utility company will move in with speed to ensure that the works commence.
From the ministry that within 3 to 4 days we should be able to at least get a contractor to deal with that issue almost immediately. Our first option and engagement obviously is water development. We'll try to see if at all they have got the capacity to deal with it. If they can't, then by tomorrow we would have made a decision whether to get a contractor to drill the bores and equip them and push more water into the system. Then the other money is preparation now for the season.
In total, about 11 million euros is required for Mombwa district to have a modern water supply and sanitation treatment plant. For now, the money released will help ease the burden as an immediate measure. Sharon Kalimbula, Camnet News, Mombwa.
The Lusaka magistrate, Felix Kalma, has ruled that the case involving a Lusaka lawyer who sued her ex-lover for unlawfully and negligently doing acts likely to spread a sexually transmitted disease after he had unprotected sexual intercourse with her be heard in an open court. This was after lawyers representing the accused, Mr. Kelvin Milambo, submitted that the case is a criminal matter which concerns the people of Zambia, as it clearly states the people versus the accused. Earlier, the complainant, Ms. Naomi Sitole, who is representing herself, submitted to the court that the courtroom must be cleared from the media, as last week when her story was published, she was painted black like she is the accused. However, Magistrate Kalma ruled that the court proceeds to hearing the matter in an open court with the presence of the media. Ms. Naomi Sitole, who is an assistant researcher to a Lusaka High Court judge, had sued Mr. Kelvin Milambo in the Lusaka Magistrate Courts after she saw the defendant's WhatsApp chat with his ex-wife, in which she was telling him about her antiretroviral therapy. The matter has since been adjourned to 8th of December 2020 for trial. President of the Zambia Conference of Catholic Bishops ZCCB, Reverend George Lungu, has lamented that some political trends in the country today are worrisome and, if left unchecked, may force the country to sacrifice its treasured peace. Bishop Lungu says it's not good for Zambia to sacrifice the treasured peace at the altar of expedience, with obvious results of continued discord and lack of progress in the pursuit of the common good. The ZCCB president further says that the church may take pride as a voice of the voiceless, the conscience of the nation, yet if the voice of the church at certain critical times goes silent for whatever reason, that is failure to its mission. He noted that the church must remain true to its identity as ambassadors of Christ and effective promoters and mediators of peace. Bishop Lungu said this when he opened a two-day ZCCB peace building workshop in Lusaka on Wednesday, 11th November 2020, under the theme Towards a Peaceful Zambia, the Role of the Church.
Some trends in Zambia today, I must admit, are worrisome, and if left unchecked, may force us to sacrifice that very peace we treasure at the altar of expediency, with obvious results of continued discord and lack of progress in our pursuit of our common good. It is morally unacceptable to allow certain trends to go on while we remain watching and waiting from our comfort zones.
That news item brings us to the end of Camnet TV Midday News, but before we go, the headlines once again. Catholic Church worried with signs of diminishing peace in Zambia. Court orders that a sexual case involving a Lusaka lawyer be heard in an open court as complainant seeks no media presence. Well, that is all. Join us on social media, Camnet TV on Facebook, Camnet TV Africa on Instagram. Thank you for joining me. I am Precious Mzea Sakaleji. Good afternoon.